I'm wondering, Ryan, if there is any sort of client example that is most memorable for you in terms of either helping or resolving a major issue, and then maybe I'll close with an example from our side as well, Dal, and we can open up for questions if that's okay.
From our perspective, right? I think, and just thinking about our clients in general, right? About this whole ransomware and what does our solution provide and offer. I think flexibility is certainly one thing, okay? In the sense that our license is a simple license that gives you all of these capabilities. It's all built in, right? I mean, you don't have, if you wanted immutability as an example, you don't have to go out and buy a specific hardware appliance in order to get immutability, right? It's software defined, it's in there. If you wanted to do this disaster recovery orchestration and spin up a bunch of VMs for DR testing or even for validating the integrity of the data, it's all in that single license, because I know there's different solutions out there that are going to kind of twist your arm and say, hey, if you want these special features or functions, even the same thing for immutability as well, you have to be on a different tier, right? And I think that's some of the things that our clients appreciate at a on a generalized level. And then thinking back to some of these ransomware incidents where it has become really, really bad, I would say the other big sticking point is our support team. We've been on the phone with some customers for 12 to 24 hours at certain points in time, rebuilding some of the things that you had just mentioned previously before. And even if it's some of the things that aren't necessarily as a backup vendor, for example, it's like our expectation is that your tape library should be all set up and ready and configured if we're going to restore it from tape, right? We have people on our team who have extensive background. Everybody in support is actually like level 2, level 3 engineers who have the experience to say, hey, I can help you set up that tape hardware. I know this is a terrible situation for you, right? So those are kind of the things that I can think of off the top of my head that customers appreciate about our solution, that what we can offer in the discussion of ransomware.
Yeah, and it's rewarding, right? It's so rewarding to be able to help a client, especially in a difficult situation, right? These are, sometimes existential problems, right? Clients are down, they're unable to service their customers, they're unable to operate, they're unable to do payroll, things like that. I know you had questions, that I was just going to point out one thing as maybe just in sort of closing my soapbox here is, you deal with a lot of examples of disasters, right? And that's sort of the sad part of this is we get to all these solutions from a position of something bad had happened. There's nothing more rewarding to see than clients who take a proactive approach and say, I understand the risks, I understand what may happen. It hasn't happened to us yet. We know we need to do certain things. And they sort of top down create a culture of awareness and understanding and appreciation for both the technology risk, but also the security risks, and then empower the organization to make the decisions to protect and prevent those things from happening. There's nothing more sort of exciting to see. And we see that from time to time, right? We come across clients who are just so aware and so understanding and appreciative of what these risks are. And they start to put the solutions in place so they don't have to experience one of those difficult events or incidents in the future. And that's probably the most rewarding part of the work that we do.